Hello YouTube, I am Lachey, VVALF. Hello everyone. Happy Thursday to everyone. Excuse me. Didn't mean for that to happen, but anyway, you know how that goes. My topic today is on patience, and I'm gonna go over things why patience is so important, part of your life, part of your Christianity and your spiritual life. They play a big part of that, and many other things as well. Let us go ahead and go on the prayer, which is coming from Matthew chapter 6, verse 9 to 13. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, as we forgive us our debt, as we forgive us our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory is forever. Amen. If you are watching this video, I have been really trying to get myself well enough to get back on the videos. I mean, I know the last time I said I would be back, but then I got too busy. But anyway, I'm happy I'm back, and that I'll be able to start doing things that I was planning on doing several months ago. Sorry, gotten so postponed in the things I was planning on doing. But we're not going to go on and on that subject. Anyway, the reason why I thought the topic being patient is so important, because it dawned on me. And when you've been dawned on the topic, it's easy to say. A lot of reasons why I feel patience is very important in our world, in everything that we are involved with, is required. With your prayers, with your children, with your marriage, with your finance, with your job, with your neighbors, with going to work, going to school, you name it. We go on and on if you would like. So there's a lot of reasons why patience is so important. When we do not have patience, you do not see great results when you're not patient. Patience is required in everything. If you want to see success with your children, you've got to be patient with their process. If you want to see successful marriage, you got to be patient with your marriage. You got to discuss what the problem is, how to improve it, blah, 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 blah. You go on with that. And then it's the same with work. If you want to be the best success in work, you have to be patient in that position too. It takes a lot to be patient, but you have to understand how to be patient, how to develop the process to becoming successful in the process of patience. But when we are talking about patience in prayer, that gets a little tricky. A lot of us want to see things not. That doesn't work that way. You got to do a lot to see something happen right away. And of course, a lot of times, God is not saying it's going to be there fast. Because you're not doing nothing to see that happen. Your energy is one thing. Your focus is another. Your enthusiasm, how much you're putting into that prayer. Not just if you're using candle, fine. If you're only just praying and you're staying on it, means you're really serious about the situation, whatever you may be praying for. That's why I say patience is very important. But we forget that we have to be patient to see process, because it requires patience in the process, and it may take some time to see the results successfully. Like I just said, energy is very, very important. You do not have the energy. You're not putting enough energy into the prayer. What do we expect? It's not just only a candle going. We're not going to go over a candle and let me see if I have a candle to show an example. Say we're using a candle and we're putting the petition. A lot of people, what's that? A paper you write all of your details of what you want in your prayer. You put it underneath a candle and you anoint this candle. And that means oiling it, putting all your ingredients on it. To see, and believe me, the more we put into our prayer, the better we'll see results. But you have to want to do that. It requires patience and action to see improve, see success. That's why patience is so important and key. Because even when you burn that candle, you need to be fully focused on that prayer. And you got to really, really put all your energy in that prayer. Regardless if it's over a candle or over a petition or just what you're praying for. I recommend that you write what you want to pray for. Even if it's not over a candle, that's fine. But the more you understand and know what you're praying for, when you write it all down, you put it down on the paper, you're going to understand the patience. Patience is not an easy thing to do, but the more you practice patience with your spiritual work, your spiritual life, you will see many things happening. That's why I call that patience in faith. You need to know before you ask someone to pray for you or someone else, knowing as much detail of that person to have that person pray for them. It's like, for example, my mother. My mother had been sick for almost 4 months. I could not give up. I had to think about how to get her motivated to want to get well and encourage her that she's not alone and that there's a chance, and to believe it. You can do it, but you have to have faith to believe it too. It's not a good idea to pray or ask someone to pray that don't have faith or their energy is not in good spirit, because you can also be messing up your prayer. You want as much faith in everything you are praying for. Knowing as much as you can of that person, to pray for that person, and to have patience while in the process of the prayer. The more you continue to stay on it with the prayer, you will see successful results. But you have to stay on it and stay faithful and keep from native in that prayer. The more you practice that, the better you will see it. That's why patience is so important, because it takes a lot to see something quickly happen. That's why it's important you understand something takes some time to see the process of success. My mother, as I already said, took a long time, but I could not give up. I had to be patient with the results. As months went on, she was doing improvement. That was enough to know that my prayers were working. So I knew I had to stay patient with her process of healing. And now she's back to almost 90% whole, well, than she was before she went in the hospital. That's why